Okay, dozens of Muslim employees of Wisconsin snowblower and lawnmower manufacturer Ariens company say they're now out of a job after the company changed its prayer on the job policy. Interesting story this. With me now, Ariens CEO Dan Ariens. Dan, thanks so much for joining us. Set this up for us. What happened? How did we get to this point?
Well, it's an interesting story, and thank you, Ashley, for having me on your show. So we began, our company's been in a growth mode, and in the middle of the summer, May, June, July, August, we began to ramp up our production and our employment. We met a group in Green Bay that was a group of, at a job fair that was Somalians who were looking for work, and they were living in Green Bay. So we began to hire them, and the group got to be bigger and bigger, up to about 53 employees. During those summer months, they were using, our policy is 2 10-minute breaks per shift, and they were using extra time to pray. We tried to work and accommodate that early in their work with us, tried to work around them, but then now we've found that it's become more of a disruption to production and to our team environment, and so we've had to just get back to our policy of 2 10-minute breaks per shift.
So you offered 2 10-minute breaks per shift, as you just said. What did they want? How many breaks and for how long?
Yes. Well, it depends on a prayer cycle for them. As I'm not going to be an expert on their prayer cycle, but from sunset and sundown, it depends on when the sun falls. Some like to do that prayer in the cycle of the sun. Others, and the advice we've gotten from the community, is that we can work around those cycles and actually accommodate the prayers within the 10-minute breaks that are prescribed for the rest of the plant.
Yeah, so you tried to accommodate. They said it wasn't good enough. They've gone, and now they are suing you. Is that correct?
No, there's no lawsuits, and they're not gone. I think it's important to point out that we didn't terminate anyone. We had a discussion with the employees, and remember, some of these employees are still developing their English language skills, and so we work with their interpreters to explain what our policies are. And there's a difficulty, I think, in the communication between both of our groups. We didn't terminate anyone. The 53 that are still employees with us, we're still trying to work this out. So this occurred last Thursday. The news cycle ran on Friday. The account in the news wasn't completely accurate. So we're trying to get our story together and make sure we're still talking with. We want to talk with these employees, and we'd like them to continue to be employees.
Well, I hope you can get this issue resolved. It's very interesting indeed. Dan, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.